I really enjoyed Yokel Chords. This is the 14th episode of the 18th season of The Simpsons, directed by Susie Taylor and Mark Kirkland. And this is largely a parody of The Sound of Music, and I think there are 3 songs that it parodies, and the likenesses are pretty good. Sometimes when Simpsons do parodies of licensed musicals, some of the songs don't sound enough like the musical for my liking, but this one, they were all very recognisable, and Lisa ends up being a tutor for Cletus's children, and she shows them the big wide world, and they end up working alongside Krusty. And I won't say any more than that, I won't spoil it, but there was almost a really awkward moment where one of the children very nearly makes a very large stereotypical joke about Jews. And I mean, it cut at just the right moment. Krusty interjected at the exact second that he needed to, but that was very nearly awkward. And I really liked that part of the narrative. I thought it was nice to spend some time with the children. We don't normally get to see all of those children together, and we don't normally see Cletus that often in this kind of situation. So I thought it was quite good. Lisa didn't really add much to that part of the narrative. Like, the narrative would have worked just as well if, for example, Krusty had discovered the children one day and worked with them that way. Lisa kind of, apart from being a device from getting them from one part of the narrative to the next, and also the Sound of Music aspect, obviously, Lisa didn't really add that much. So as a Lisa episode, I didn't really love her side of it. Bart, however, I loved. Bart is seeing a therapist, a psychiatrist, and I love how that was written. It's so well written, and I just adored those scenes completely, and I really liked how that played out. It also gave us, several great voice actors, supporting voice cast, including, but not limited to, Meg Ryan and Stephen Sondheim. Absolutely over the moon that Stephen Sondheim voiced in this. I didn't know that he cameoed in The Simpsons, so that made me rather happy indeed. Really, really enjoyed Yokel Chords. Definitely an episode that I'd be very happy to watch again. It's one that I think, I never feel like a Simpsons episode should be a two-parter, but this one I wanted to know what would happen next, or if they extended things, if it was a longer episode, what else could they do with this narrative? And I think both of the narratives, both the Cletus children, the Cletus's children, and Bart's story. While I'm not saying that they didn't feel finished or rounded off, I just would have wanted to see more of them. So I really enjoyed it. I think so far, Yokel Chords is my favourite from season 18.